Hi, welcome to another beautiful video. My name is Timothy Hara and I'm doing this video live here in Ndola, Zambia, and in a beautiful country which is located in the southern Africa, which is called Zambia. I want to talk about the capital city here in Zambia. The capital city of Zambia is Lusaka. And why do I want to talk about this capital city? There are a lot of you guys who wants to live there in Lusaka. You want to come and live here in Zambia and you are planning to settle in Lusaka. But there are things that you need to know about Lusaka. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 many things that you need to know about Lusaka, Zambia. Or for you to live there, how are you going to cope there? You see, so this is one of the brilliant video that you need to know our country called Zambia. Thank you for joining once again. And for those of you guys who've been coming to my channel to watch my videos, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider yourself subscribing to the channel, because I'm going to give you a lot of information about my country Zambia, and I'm going to do a lot of vlogs about Zambia. When I talk about areas, I look around areas, and when I'm moving, each and every day when I'm moving, there's something that comes in my mind. I always say to myself to say, if I was to leave the Copper Belt, which province or which place am I going to live in? You see? And I've been that kind of a person who is in love with rural life, slow life. Like you are in a life that whereby you are farming, you're doing different kinds of things, you know. You have a very big land where there are a lot of trees, and you are being surrounded by birds, by maybe maize cobs or sunflower or soybeans. So I've been looking around, and one thing that came into my mind is to learn about Lusaka. Lusaka. So here is the first point about Lusaka. If you think about Lusaka to be expensive, it can be expensive. If you think about Lusaka to be affordable, it can be affordable. So the first point is the cost of living in Lusaka is high. The cost of living in Lusaka is high. Let us talk about this. Housing. If you're coming from somewhere, coming from Choma, you're coming from UK, you're coming from America, you're coming from different parts of the world, you want to come and live in Lusaka. Just know that Lusaka is a capital city and it is overpopulated. For it being overpopulated, just know that even life there, lifestyle is not cheap, is expensive. Talk of schools, talk of private clinics, talk of private hospitals, they're expensive. You see? So the cost of living in Lusaka can be affordable depending on which area are you going to live. But remember that if you want to secure yourself and if you want to secure your health, you need to choose a place which is comfortable and a place which is good for you. But you yourself can choose. You see, so Lusaka life, or to be in Lusaka as a resident there, it's not easy, but it can be easy. Food is available, everything is available, but the cost of living there in terms of houses, rentals, they are so expensive. So expensive. In Lusaka, you find that you take a look at this. This is a shop. This is a shop. Imagine this is a room, one bedroom. It can be going around maybe maybe I can say maybe $50, which is somewhere $50. I can say it is somewhere 500, somewhere there. 500 kwacha. 500 kwacha, one room. One room. Now here in the Copper Belt, 3 rooms with the bathroom inside, toilet inside, you're going to find that you can have that kind of a house. Now in Lusaka, having a house which has got self-contains everything, maybe 2 bedrooms, the kitchen, the bathroom, and everything inside, I'm telling you, you're going to find that maybe 3,500. Why? Because life there is so different. Life there is unique. Life there is expensive. Life there is cheap according to the place that you're going to live in. But that place where you are going to live in, I'm telling you, you're going to find yourself maybe in Chawama, Kalingalinga, Kwakuku, John Lenge. You're going to find yourself in this dangerous place. What do they call? I've forgotten. Near Soweto. Near Soweto. There is that place there. Now, those places are not safe for a person who wants to live there. You know, looking at if you are raising your children, you want to raise your children in a good way. Those places, they are not good. So you choose the Lusaka life. So the cost of living in Lusaka is different compared to the Copper Belt, compared to the Northwestern Province. No, Lusaka life is just unique and so different. So that's Lusaka. And that is the first point that you need to know about Lusaka. Put in more work in what you do. To the people who never believed in you, you brag about how they used to know you. Few months ago, I went to Kitwe. I went there, and then I was in Kitwe. I was moving around, vlogging around, and there is one thing that I observed. In Kitwe, there are a lot of people. There is a lot of congestion around 18:30. Let me say from 16 hours to 18:30, somewhere there. So Kitwe is so busy. Now, when we talk of Lusaka, this drives me to the second point. Transportation and congestion is too much. If you're coming from Ndola or you're coming from any province and then you're driving your car to Lusaka around 16, 17, 18, I'm telling you, the whole road is going to be congested. And if you're going to use a public transport like minibuses, just know that you are not going to reach where you're going to reach or where you're going at the right time because of congestion. A lot of people in Lusaka, they use private transport. Those are good transport, like if you want to move fast, you see. So in Lusaka, being it's overpopulated, there are a lot of people, so there is too much congestion. There is too much uh, buses, like you cannot arrive at your certain destination in a at a given time, you see. So that is the second point that you need to know. And when a place is congested and when a place there are a lot of people, that place is full of diseases. There is airborne diseases like tuberculosis, you're coughing, you see. So there are those kinds of diseases. Why? Because there are a lot of people around the same place. You're pushing one another, you're doing this one another, you see. So that is the Lusaka that you don't know. So if you were to be dreaming or you're dreaming to say, no, I want to be in Lusaka, I want to be staying in Lusaka, quite all right. If you are going to Lusaka for green pastures, maybe you're going for Lusaka like you want to invest like into a business, into something. Yes, it can work out for you in Lusaka. It can do that. Why? Because there are a lot of people. You can make it in Lusaka. You can have it, but be mindful of congestion. Be mindful of transports. It's going to be a problem there, and be mindful of diseases because the area is too much of people. There is overpopulation there. So these are the kinds of things for you people who wants to be living in the capital city. You need to know about Lusaka. You see, when you come to Ndola, you can come to Ndola or you come to the Copper Belt province. You are very free to move. You're very free. There are even some roads whereby you're not going to find any car. You just by for a car to pass, it will take a minute for a car to pass. Ooh. But in Lusaka, you can't even cross to the other side unless there are zebra crosses. Those zebra crosses, I don't know how you call it in your country or in the other countries, whereby where they use a passage for people to cross the roads to go to the other road. So that is Lusaka. This is something that you don't know about Lusaka, and I've told you. If you want to live in Lusaka, just know that the cost of living is high, and transportation and public transport is a problem in Lusaka. So let's go. We are still going. We are still going, and I'm going to give you three remaining points about Lusaka. I hope you're enjoying the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel, like the video, share the video, and for those of you who've been coming here to watch every day my videos, I just want to say thank you so much. Guys, we are heading towards 5,000 subscribers. Please just subscribe. If you subscribe, you're going to change something. You see? So let's go. Let's keep on moving. So the thing about this room is big. This one is big. It has even this space. On the other side, with the two TVs. When a place is overpopulated, it scares a lot of people to live in that place. It scares a lot of people. Why? Security and safety. How is it Lusaka in terms of security and safety? Lusaka is safe, but there is a lot of theft. There is a lot of thieves there. People who comes in, they break in the house, they steal some of the goods, and there's those people who are like, if you are at the market, more especially market is like, let me say, in Lusaka town center, Soweto, those people pickpockets, those who steal from your pockets. So those people, there are a lot of people there. So in terms of safety and security, Lusaka is safe, but you need to be mindful of these kinds of people. Let me say, even in some other areas, there are those people, but in Lusaka, because of the congestion, because of when you are moving, you are able to maybe to touch somebody, or uh, maybe to get along with somebody. So you will never know who has touched you, who has never touched you. So there are those kinds of things. So Lusaka is safe, and the security is quite good. You just need to be mindful when you're looking for your house there in Lusaka. You need to know the place first. You need to know the place, and sometimes you also read the history of the same place to say, okay, how is this place? Can I live here? Can my children live here? What if I was out of town? I mean, maybe working somewhere. Are my goods going to be safe here? The thieves, are they going to break in? You understand? So those are the kinds of things that you need to be mindful. Safety and security, these things, they should be in your mind to say, if I go there, I should find this. Me, I'm just giving you some tips that you need to know about this place, about Lusaka. So if you were to choose to say, oh, I'm going to live in Lusaka, that's where I'll be staying, you need to be mindful to say, oh, Lusaka is overpopulated, the cost of living in Lusaka, it's high. Oh, transportation and public transport, it's so busy there. So these are kinds of these are kinds of things that you need to know about Lusaka. You know, Lusaka is a very beautiful place, very beautiful. When you look at Lusaka itself, in terms of if you want to elevate yourself in terms of businesses, Lusaka is the fast that's where you can do your fast business, grow yourself. We've seen people coming from here in the Copper Belt, they take their goods to Lusaka because everything in Lusaka is so demanding. imagine here, here in Ndola or here in the Copper Belt, avocados, they are everywhere. But when you go to Lusaka, you cannot see avocados. So Lusaka is one of the beautiful places to do business, but be mindful of the safety and security. For Lusaka to be the capital city of Zambia, just know that even infrastructures they are improved. Services, they have to be improved. You see, when we talk of infrastructures, we cannot say anything about that. Zambia is, let me say, Lusaka is one of the beautiful, beautiful place to be. Why? Because it is the capital city and expect infrastructures to be standard. Shoprites, hospitals, and some other things. You see, so it is one of the beautiful, beautiful thing, and we have one of the improved hospital here in Zambia, whereby if a sick person is being referred to the UTH, that then which means that that is the place where he's going to be treated or she's going to be treated. You see, so public services and infrastructures is something that you need to look at in Lusaka. But when you go to different provinces, you're going to find that there are no good infrastructures, there are no good public services. For you to find the public service, then which means you need to walk or you need to do what, to move, for let me say distance, kilometers. Now Lusaka, everything is so near. Hospitals, they can be expensive in terms of like if it is a private hospital, and for those people who goes to private hospitals, those are the people who don't need congestion. You see, just like I told you to say, Lusaka is congested. There are a lot of people there. So for it to be for it to have a lot of people there, you are going to find that even in hospitals there are going to be a lot of people, because a lot of people are going to start to be sick of different kinds of diseases. And when you look at every year in the every year there is a disease which breaks out in the Lusaka province, which is a cholera. And when you do look at it, you will say, where is cholera coming from? Let's see how you can see this place if you want to live there in Lusaka, if you want to stay in Lusaka. Just know that infrastructures, public services, everything there is so good and so brilliant. We cannot talk about infrastructures. Everything is so awesome. You see, guys? So this is the beauty part of Lusaka. Mrefa guys? Ice cream. Mrefa tunga? Tubiri. Mababu ya kudinga. Iwe ka ice cream ni kamo. Amfa. Ka ice cream ni kamwani. Na kababo ka kudinda. Test. So tubabo twa kudinda. Tuifu. Nobody ya? Yeah, tuntolera kwa kakono, sorry. Tolera. Okay, atotela mkwani. So, a lot of you might ask yourself to say, what language is that? This is Bemba, and Bemba is widely spoken here in the Copper Belt province. So, this leads me to the fifth point, which is the 5 point. Lusaka has got a diversity of languages. Bemba is one of it. If you want somebody to understand what you're talking about, you can use Bemba and Nyanja. You see, even English, you see. So Lusaka, there is English, there is Nyanja, there is Bemba. But English is widely spoken. The people there, they cannot understand Bemba or they cannot understand the other language, use English. You see, English, everyone understands English in that area. So there is a diversity of languages, even culture. When we look over culture, the people here in Zambia, we are well cultured. We follow our cultures. We follow things that we know better. You see? So we cannot say that let me say, we cannot run away from our language because that is our culture. That is our culture. So the common languages that you're going to find there in Lusaka is Bemba, Nyanja, and English. So this marks to the end of the video, guys. Please do me a favor, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Let me know what you think again. What can you add on top of that? So for you to understand Lusaka, for you to understand this province, and these are the facts about Lusaka.